Your brain is not a fixed, unchangeable organ. It is incredibly dynamic and capable of change no matter how old you are or what challenges you faced. The concept of neuroplasticity reveals that your brain is constantly reorganizing itself, forming new connections and adapting to new experiences. Every thought you have, every decision you make, and every action you take influences the structure of your brain. But this means that no matter where you are in life right now, you have the ability to reshape your mind in your future. You are not stuck. You are not bound by the limitations of your past.
Every moment is an opportunity to begin anew, to create a new version of yourself, and to transform your brain in ways you may have never thought possible.
Imagine that your brain is like a muscle capable of growing and strengthening with the right exercises. Neuroplasticity shows that the more you practice something, the more deeply those neural pathways are etched into your brain. When you push yourself to learn new skills, develop new habits, or challenge yourself mentally and physically, your brain responds by adapting and forming new connections. These new pathways allow you to think differently, respond more effectively, and access different levels of creativity and problem solving. The key here is that the more you work on something, the easier it becomes. You can literally train your brain to achieve things that once felt impossible. For those of you who have faced setbacks or failures, neuroplasticity offers you hope. Just because you've struggled in the past doesn't mean that struggle will define you forever. Your brain can overcome these patterns of limitation and build new, more empowering pathways. You may have spent years believing certain things about yourself, but with conscious effort, you can rewrite those stories. Negative thought patterns, self-doubt, and limiting beliefs don't have to be permanent. Your brain can learn to view challenges, opportunities for growth rather than obstacles. You are in control of the narrative, and through neuroplasticity, you can reshape it in a way that aligns with your true potential. What's even more powerful is that neuroplasticity doesn't only apply to mental skills, it also influences your emotional and behavioral responses. If you've been struggling with negative emotions or unhealthy patterns, know that your brain can change those as well. You don't have to remain trapped in cycles of fear, anger, or anxiety. Just like learning a new language or mastering a new skill, your brain can learn new emotional responses. With time, effort, and intention, you can develop a greater sense of emotional resilience, joy, and peace. Your brain is not a passive observer of your emotions. It is an active participant and the ability to guide it in a healthier direction. The brain's plasticity is a testament to the incredible power of persistence. Change doesn't happen overnight, and it takes time, but every small effort counts. Think of every positive thought, every healthy habit, every step forward as a building block. With every repetition, you are strengthening your brain's capacity to adapt and evolve. The key is consistency. Each day you invest in your growth, you are shaping a new reality for yourself. It's like laying down a new set of tracks for your life, one decision, one action at a time. You're paving the way for a new future, where you can break free from the limitations that once seemed insurmountable. And don't forget that neuroplasticity gives you the power to reprogram your brain at any age. Whether you're in your 20s or your 70s, your brain remains plastic, able to form new connections, create new memories, and learn new skills. There is no age limit to growth. So if you've ever felt like your time has passed or that you've missed your chance to change, I'm here to tell you it's never too late. Every day is a new opportunity to create something extraordinary. You are capable of so much more than you can imagine, and neuroplasticity is proof of that. Your brain is waiting for you to take the first step to unlock its limitless potential and to show you just how far you can go. The foundation of any transformation begins with the way you think. Your mindset shapes your reality. It influences every action you take, every decision you make, and the way you approach challenges. If you constantly view yourself as incapable or limited, your actions will reflect that. However, when you shift your mindset, you unlock an entirely new world of possibilities. The truth is, your mind is incredibly powerful and it can either work for you or against you. By changing the way you think, you change the way you live. This shift is not just about thinking more positively, but about consciously choosing to see challenges as opportunities, setbacks as lessons, and obstacles as stepping stones towards success. Every thought you have creates a neural pathway in your brain, and the more you think a certain way, the stronger that pathway becomes. So when you adopt a growth mindset, one that embraces learning, growth, and resilience, you start to rewire your brain in a way that sets you up for long-term success. Instead of thinking, I can't, you start thinking, how can I? Instead of feeling defeated by failure, you begin to see it as a necessary part of the journey to mastery. A growth mindset is not about avoiding challenges, it's about leaning into them with the belief that you can learn from them and emerge stronger. Every obstacle becomes a lesson in disguise, a valuable piece of the puzzle that will ultimately help you reach your goals. This shift in mindset isn't always easy. It requires effort, awareness, and consistent practice. However, the power to change is within you. The first step is to become aware of your thoughts and how they shape your experiences. If you're constantly thinking about what you lack, what you're not good at, or what's going wrong in your life, then you're reinforcing a fixed mindset. On the other hand, if you actively focus on your strengths, on the progress you've made, and on the lessons you've learned, you begin to cultivate a mindset that fosters growth and possibility. It's about changing the narrative in your mind and choosing to believe that you are capable of overcoming whatever life throws your way. One of the most powerful ways to shift your mindset is to practice gratitude. When you focus on what you have rather than what you lack, you start to cultivate a sense of abundance and possibility. Gratitude has the ability to change your brain chemistry and shift your perspective on life. Instead of seeing your situation as lacking, you begin to see it as abundant with opportunity. You realize that everything you need to succeed is already within you. This shift in perspective helps you move from a mindset of scarcity to one of abundance, where you start to see potential in every situation, no matter how challenging it may seem. Gratitude trains your brain to notice the good, to focus on what's working, and to appreciate the progress you've made. Another key aspect of shifting your mindset is learning to embrace failure. Failure is not the end, it's the beginning of growth. When you shift your mindset to see failure as a natural part of the learning process, you remove the fear and resistance associated with it. You stop viewing failure as something to be avoided and instead see it as a necessary step toward success. Every failure is a lesson in disguise, a chance to refine your approach, and an opportunity to grow stronger. When you stop fearing failure, you start taking more risks, trying new things, and stepping out of your comfort zone. This is where true growth happens. You become resilient, knowing that no matter how many times you fall, you will always get back up, stronger and wiser. To truly shift your mindset, it's important to surround yourself with positivity and inspiration. The people you associate with, the content you consume, and the environments you immerse yourself in have a significant impact on the way you think. If you're constantly surrounded by negativity, doubt, and pessimism, it's hard to maintain a positive, growth-oriented mindset. But when you surround yourself with people who uplift you, challenge you, and encourage your growth, your mindset naturally shifts toward empowerment. Seek out stories of people who have overcome adversity, read books that inspire you, and engage in activities that fuel your passion. When you immerse yourself in positivity, your mindset begins to reflect the energy and possibilities around you. You start to believe in your own potential and see the world as a place full of opportunities rather than limitations.
Building new habits is one of the most powerful ways to transform your life. Habits shape your day-to-day existence and ultimately determine your success, happiness, and overall well-being.
The reason habits are so powerful is that they are automatic. Once you've built a habit, it becomes part of your routine, requiring little to no conscious effort. The key to creating new habits is understanding that consistency rather than intensity is what drives lasting change. If you want to change your life, you must focus on the small, everyday actions that compound over time. It's not about making drastic changes overnight, but about committing to small, positive actions that will, over time, lead to extraordinary results. The first step in building new habits is to start small. It's easy to get excited about creating change and jump in with both feet, but often this leads to burnout. Instead, focus on one small habit at a time. Want to get fit? Start with 10 minutes of exercise each day, not an hour. Want to eat healthier? Start by adding one nutritious meal or snack to your day, not by overhauling your entire diet at once. The key is to make the new habit so small and manageable that it feels almost effortless. Once you've successfully incorporated a small habit into your routine, you can gradually increase the intensity or duration over time. Starting small ensures that you build momentum and avoid feeling overwhelmed. Consistency is what separates those who succeed from those who struggle to stick with their goals. Building a habit requires regular, repeated action. The more consistently you perform a task, the stronger the neural pathways in your brain become, making the action more automatic and ingrained in your routine. It's not about doing something perfectly, it's about doing it often. Consistency turns what once felt like a challenge into something you do without thinking. And as you continue showing up for yourself, you start to reinforce the idea that you are capable of making positive changes. Every time you repeat a habit, you are proving to yourself that you are strong, disciplined, and capable of growth. Accountability is another crucial element when building new habits. When you hold yourself accountable, you're more likely to stay committed to the process. Accountability can come in many forms, whether it's tracking your progress in a journal, setting reminders for yourself, or sharing your goals with a friend or family member who will check in on you. Having someone or something that holds you accountable helps you stay focused, especially when you don't feel like showing up. It keeps you on track, even on the tough days when motivation might be low. By making your goals known to others, you invite external support that reinforces your commitment and reminds you of the bigger picture. The environment you create around your new habit plays a massive role in your success. If you want to build a habit, make it as easy as possible for yourself to succeed. Set up your environment to support your goals. For example, if you want to eat healthier, stock your kitchen with nutritious foods and get rid of the junk. If you want to write every day, leave your notebook or laptop in a place where you'll see it regularly. Creating an environment that promotes your new habit reduces friction and makes it more likely that you'll stick to it. When the new habit is easy to access and flows naturally into your environment, the path to success becomes smoother and the habit becomes harder to ignore. Patience and self-compassion are vital during the process of building new habits. Change doesn't happen instantly, and you're bound to encounter setbacks along the way. There will be days when you miss a workout, indulge in something you shouldn't, or find yourself falling back into old patterns. But these setbacks don't define you. They are simply part of the journey. The key is to forgive yourself, learn from the experience, and keep moving forward. Building a habit is a process, and like any growth, it takes time. The goal is progress, not perfection. Every time you get back on track after a setback, you reinforce your commitment and resilience. Be patient with yourself, and remember that lasting change doesn't come from being perfect, it comes from being persistent. Finally, celebrate your successes along the way, no matter how small they seem. Acknowledging your progress reinforces the positive behavior and motivates you to keep going. When you celebrate milestones, you shift your focus from the difficulty of the habit to the joy of your achievements. This sense of accomplishment fuels your motivation, making it easier to keep going. The more you celebrate your success, the more positive reinforcement you create for yourself, turning the habit into a source of pride and motivation. You are creating a new version of yourself, one small habit at a time. And each step forward is a victory worth acknowledging. So take the time to recognize how far you've come and keep pushing forward, knowing that every day is an opportunity to strengthen the habits that will change your life for the better. Growth doesn't happen in the comfort zone. It happens when you push yourself beyond the limits of what feels safe, familiar, or easy. Embracing discomfort is one of the most powerful actions you can take in your journey toward personal transformation. Every time you step into discomfort, you are choosing to expand your capabilities and your potential. The human brain is wired to avoid pain and seek pleasure, but real growth occurs in the very moments we resist that instinct. When you challenge yourself, when you stretch yourself beyond what feels comfortable, you tap into a level of strength and resilience that you never knew existed. Every time you face discomfort, you are building mental toughness, adaptability, and confidence. Too often we avoid discomfort because we fear failure, rejection, or the unknown. But the truth is, discomfort is not something to fear, it is something to embrace. It is a sign that you are moving in the right direction. The most successful people in the world didn't achieve greatness by playing it safe or staying within their comfort zones. They achieved it by embracing challenges, taking risks, and putting themselves in situations where they had to stretch their limits. If you want to accomplish anything significant in life, you must be willing to feel uncomfortable. You must be willing to risk failure and uncertainty, because it is through those very experiences that growth happens. Embracing discomfort doesn't mean seeking pain for the sake of it. It means willingly stepping into situations where you are likely to face challenges, where you are likely to struggle, and where you are likely to feel vulnerable. This is where the real magic happens. Every time you push through discomfort, you are learning something new about yourself. You're learning what you're truly capable of. You're learning how to handle adversity, how to persist despite difficulties, and how to keep moving forward even when it feels hard. Discomfort tests your resolve, your willpower, and your ability to keep going in the face of obstacles. The more you embrace it, the more resilient and unstoppable you become.
The journey toward your greatest potential is paved with discomfort. It may feel overwhelming at times, but that is where the breakthrough occurs. Think of discomfort as the process of transformation.
The seed buried deep in the soil is in a constant state of discomfort, yet it grows and pushes its way through the earth toward the light. If the seed never embraced the discomfort of breaking through the soil, it would remain stagnant, never growing into the full potential of the tree it was meant to become. Similarly, you must be willing to push through your own limitations and discomfort in order to realize your fullest potential. The discomfort you face today is preparing you for the success and achievements of tomorrow. There is power in realizing that discomfort is temporary. When you're in the midst of it, it can feel like it will never end. But the truth is, discomfort is fleeting. It may last for a moment, a day, or even a few weeks, but eventually it will pass. And on the other side of that discomfort is growth, strength, and success. The key is to keep going, to not let the temporary discomfort dictate your future. Instead of shying away from it, lean into it and trust that it is preparing you for something greater. With each uncomfortable experience, you become stronger, more capable, and more confident in your ability to overcome anything that comes your way. The pain you feel today will turn into the power you have tomorrow. When you embrace discomfort, you also embrace the opportunity to learn. Every time you step outside your comfort zone, you expose yourself to new lessons, new experiences, and new ways of thinking. Whether it's learning a new skill, taking on a new challenge, or confronting a fear, discomfort forces you to grow and adapt. It forces you to develop new strategies, new perspectives, and new strengths. Embracing discomfort is not just about enduring the tough moments, it's about actively seeking out experiences that will help you become better, wiser, and more capable. The discomfort you face today is the foundation for the success you will experience in the future. It's not a punishment, it's a pathway to greatness, and you must learn to see it that way in order to thrive. Consistency is the silent force that drives success. It's not the big grand gestures or one-time efforts that lead to lasting change, but the small, consistent actions you take every single day. Success doesn't come from bursts of effort, followed by long periods of inactivity. It comes from showing up day in and day out, no matter how you feel, no matter the obstacles. When you commit to being consistent, you are making a promise to yourself that you will not give up, even when things get tough, even when the results seem far away. Consistency builds momentum, and momentum is what ultimately leads to breakthroughs. The more consistently you show up, the more your efforts compound and build on each other, paving the way for growth and achievement. It's easy to get caught up in the idea of needing immediate results, but consistency teaches us the importance of patience. When you commit to consistency, you understand that progress is not always linear. There will be days when you don't feel motivated, when you feel like you're not making any progress at all. But these are the moments where consistency becomes your greatest ally. When you keep showing up, even when it feels like you're not getting anywhere, you're actually laying the foundation for future success. Just like building a wall one brick at a time, your consistent actions are slowly but surely building something strong and lasting. Over time, the results will start to appear, and you'll look back and realize that all the small, seemingly insignificant steps you took added up to something much greater than you imagined. Consistency also teaches you discipline, and discipline is what allows you to achieve things that once felt impossible. The power of consistency is that it eliminates the need for motivation to push you forward. Motivation is fleeting, it comes and goes, but discipline is steady, and it is what keeps you on track when your enthusiasm wanes. When you cultivate the habit of showing up consistently, you create a structure for success. You develop a routine that becomes ingrained in your life, one that doesn't rely on your fluctuating emotions. Discipline through consistency allows you to achieve goals not because you feel like it, but because you've made a commitment to yourself that you'll stay the course no matter what. Consistency is also about building trust with yourself. Every time you make a commitment and honor it, you are reinforcing the belief that you can rely on yourself to follow through. When you consistently take action toward your goals, you prove to yourself that you are capable and trustworthy. This self-trust becomes a powerful motivator in itself. The more you show up for yourself, the more you start to believe in your ability to achieve anything. When you make consistency a priority, you stop doubting yourself because you've built a track record of success, however small it may seem. This sense of self-reliance is invaluable and becomes the foundation for even bigger achievements down the road. The beauty of consistency is that It allows you to break down even the most daunting goals into manageable steps. The reason so many people fail to reach their goals is that they try to do too much at once. They overwhelm themselves with the need for perfection, or they expect instant results. But with consistency, you don't need to focus on the overwhelming entirety of a goal. You simply focus on what you can do today, and today becomes enough. By breaking your larger goals down into small, consistent actions, you make them feel achievable. It's the consistency in these small steps that adds up over time and leads to success. It's not about doing everything perfectly, but about doing something, no matter how small, every single day. Consistency is a reflection of your commitment to your own growth and success. It requires resilience, patience, and an unwavering belief that the work you are putting in today is worth it, even if you can't see the results immediately. When you choose consistency, you are choosing progress over perfection, action over hesitation, and commitment over doubt. The truth is, there is no shortcut to success. There is no magic moment when everything suddenly falls into place. The real magic happens in the quiet, persistent, everyday effort. It's about showing up for yourself day after day, even when no one is watching. It's about proving to yourself that you are capable of achieving your dreams one consistent step at a time. Believing in yourself is the most powerful thing you can do to create the life you've always dreamed of. So often we allow self-doubt, fear, and the opinions of others to dictate how we view ourselves and what we are capable of. But the truth is, the moment you believe in your own potential, everything changes. When you trust in your abilities, you unlock a force within you that has the power to overcome any challenge, achieve any goal, and break through any obstacle that stands in your way. Believing in yourself isn't about arrogance or overconfidence. It's about understanding your worth and embracing the reality that you are more than capable of creating the life you desire. It's about looking in the mirror and seeing the strength, talent, and resilience that already exist within you. We are often our own harshest critics, magnifying our flaws and minimizing our strengths. But if you truly want to move forward in life, you need to change that internal dialogue. Your mind has the power to shape your reality, and when you constantly tell yourself that you can't do something or that you're not enough, you are limiting your potential. Belief in yourself means changing the narrative. It's about looking at challenges as opportunities and believing that you can grow through every experience. When you start affirming your strengths and acknowledging your progress, you begin to build a foundation of self-confidence that empowers you to take bold steps toward your goals. There will always be people who doubt you, and there will always be setbacks that make you question yourself. But true belief in yourself doesn't come from the approval of others or from immediate success. It comes from an unwavering faith in your own ability to keep going no matter the external circumstances. When you face challenges and when things don't go according to plan, you must learn to rely on your inner strength. Success is rarely a straight path. It's filled with detours, failures, and moments of doubt. But if you believe in yourself, you will rise above these temporary setbacks. You will know that each failure is not a reflection of your worth, but simply a lesson that brings you closer to your success. Believing in yourself also means embracing your uniqueness. There is no one else on this planet like you, and that is your superpower. The world often tries to make us conform to a mold or standard of success that doesn't align with who we truly are. But when you believe in yourself, you embrace your individuality and recognize that your experiences, perspectives, and talents are invaluable. Your path to success doesn't have to look like anyone else's. In fact, the most successful people are those who dared to walk their own path, trusting that their unique approach and vision would lead them to greatness. You have everything within you to make your dreams a reality, as long as you trust in your own uniqueness and authenticity. Self-belief is not just about the things you can already do, but about the confidence to grow and evolve. When you believe in yourself, you give yourself permission to take risks, to try new things, and to step outside of your comfort zone. You acknowledge that growth doesn't happen without challenge, and you trust that every step you take, no matter how difficult it is, a step toward becoming the best version of yourself. Believing in yourself allows you to approach every experience with a mindset of possibility and resilience. Instead of fearing failure, you embrace it as part of the learning process, knowing that each mistake brings you closer to your goals. The willingness to grow is rooted in the belief that you have the capacity to learn, adapt, and overcome. In a world that can often feel overwhelming or uncertain, believing in yourself is your anchor. It is the foundation upon which everything else is built. When you believe in yourself, you become unstoppable. You develop the courage to pursue your dreams, the strength to overcome obstacles, and the perseverance to keep going, even when the going gets tough. Your belief in yourself fuels your actions, drives you forward, and creates a ripple effect that impacts every area of your life. The moment you stop doubting your abilities and start trusting in your potential, you open the door to infinite possibilities. You are capable of achieving things far beyond what you've imagined, but it all starts with believing that you are worthy of success and happiness.